Welcome. Today we are going to look at C.R.E. Paper 1, Revision 34. Thank you for subscribing. Question 1a. Give the traditional African understanding of creation. 1b. Identify 7 teachings on the relationship between human beings and the environment from the Genesis stories of creation. C. Give 6 reasons why the Bible reading is important to Christians. 2a. Explain the importance of God's covenant with Abraham. B. Outline conditions that the Israelites were given by God during the renewal of the Sinai covenant. C. Give challenges Christians face while practicing their faith in God in Kenya today. 3a. Identify ways in which King Jeroboam contributed to religious schism between Judah and Israel. B. Outline reasons why Elijah faced danger and hostility as a prophet of God. C. Give 6 lessons that a Christian can learn about social injustices from the story of Naboth's vineyard. 4a. Give 6 titles given to the prophets in the Old Testament. B. Outline ways in which the Israelites practiced hypocrisy in religion during the time of Prophet Amos. C. Give 7 ways through which Christians fight hypocrisy in the church today. 5a. Outline the stages followed in the renewal of the covenant during the time of Nehemiah. B. Give 6 reasons why Nehemiah carried out reforms. Give 6 reasons why Nehemiah carried out religious reforms in Judah. C. What lessons do Christians learn from the renewal of the covenant by Nehemiah? 6a. State 6 ways through which human beings contribute with the spirit world in the traditional African society. State 6 ways through which human beings communicate with the spirit world in the traditional African society. B. Outline why divorce was rare in traditional African communities. C. Give 7 consequences of breaking taboos in traditional African communities. Answer. Question 1a. Give the traditional African understanding of creation. God is the creator of everything. God created out of nothing. God provided for the needs of human beings and all his creation. Man and woman are created by God to continue human race. Human beings have to appease God through sacrifices and offerings to maintain the order of creation. All that God created is good. God existed from the beginning of time. Human beings play a central role in God's creation. Everything was created for the use of man. 1b. Identify 7 teachings on the relationship between human beings and the environment from the Genesis stories of creation. Both human beings and the environment were created by God. Human beings are superior to all other creatures. Human beings should take care of the environment, preserve it, and conserve it. Human beings have authority over the rest of creation, subdue the earth. Human beings should enjoy God's creation. The rest of creation was made for human beings to use and for the glory of God. All creation is very good. Human beings should treat the rest of creation with respect. Human beings and the environment are independent. Human beings and the rest of God's creation have a common destiny. 1c. Give 6 reasons why Bible reading is important to Christians. For spiritual growth, in order to understand the meaning of life, for Christians to understand themselves in relation with God, in order to strengthen their faith, for consolation and encouragement. It is part of Christian worship in order to acquire moral values. It gives hope for eternal life in order to understand Christians' doctrines. Question 2a. Explain the importance of God's covenant with Abraham. God established a personal relationship with Abraham. It showed that Abraham had faith in God. It demonstrated Abraham's obedience to God. Abraham was assured of God's protection. God revealed that Abraham would have an heir. It confirmed Abraham as God's choice. God was in control of Abraham's life. The descendants of Abraham were promised the land of Canaan. Question 2b. Outline the conditions that the Israelites were given by God during the renewal of Sinai covenant. To obey what God commands them. Not to make treaties with those who live in the land they were going. To destroy the altars of the idols. Not to worship any other god. To keep the feast of unleavened bread. To rest on the Sabbath day. To dedicate all their firstborn male children to God. To offer the God the first fruits of their harvest. To give a tenth of their produce to God. Question 2c. Give challenges Christians may face while practicing their faith in God in Kenya today. Lack of role models. Due to job commitment. Negative peer influence. False teachings. Greed for power and wealth. Poverty. Ill health. Influence from mass media. Gender bias. Generation gap. Insecurity. Question 3a. Identify ways in which Jeroboam contributed to the religious schism between Judah and Israel. He made 2 golden calves, placed them one at Bethel, another at Dan. He set up rival places of worship and ignored Jerusalem. He made Israelites to offer sacrifices to the golden calves. Chose priests from ordinary families instead of the family of Levi.